He's my cat that we took, and we got him certified as a welder.
Yeah, he's not joking. A cat. An investigation into a construction project loophole that has some pets listed as certified welders. A live report coming up.
Our Fox 19 Now investigative units dug into construction records on taxpayer-funded construction projects all over the tri-state.
Well, last year we found welding certification used on the UC Nippert Stadium project some say are fakes. We found those same records at UK and at Miami University. Well, tonight, investigative reporter Jody Barr uncovered a loophole in how construction workers are certified to weld.
That loophole has led to 3 dogs and a cat becoming certified welders.
It sounds like a joke, but it's not.
Say what? Jody Barr joins us now from UC, where the investigation started. Jody, this is like so bizarre, it's unbelievable.
Well, Tricia, you know, welding certifications do something very important. They provide some proof that a welder knows what he's doing. Now, after we found what some allege were made-up welding certifications here at the University of Cincinnati, we opened our own investigation to find out how this process works and whether the people involved in certifying welders were following the rules.
He's my cat that we took, and we got him certified as a welder.
You heard him right. Stuart Noon is now a certified welder, credentialed to weld on any construction site in the tri-state, as is Henry Wolf, Adam Barker, and Robert Dash. But the fact that a cat got certified, does that tell you something about this process?
Yes, it's definitely has some problems.
There are codes that are supposed to be followed to ensure building safety. But watch what happens as certified weld inspector Jim Hayden puts the system to the test. Hayden puts together a weld test plate, breaking many of the rules along the way. He didn't even mark a name or ID number on the plate, the basic requirement to ensure the person credentialed actually performed the welds. If this passes inspection, is that an indictment of the process?
Yes, it is. In a sense, he would be getting a certification for something that he didn't really do, which is fraud. It's an ill-gotten gain.
A source with Hayden's organization takes the weld plate and Stuart the Cat's forms to a testing lab. They chose accurate inspection in Hamilton County. But Hayden warns us there's a major problem from the start. He says AWS code requires the test lab to witness the person welding the plate or a form verifying that an AWS inspector did.
I was told to bring some test plate here, welding test plate.
The source hands the plate over to an Accurate office worker. The source never showed an ID.
And I'm assuming you'd need the guy's name too. I got that guy's name and social and stuff.
Probably.
The source gives Accurate Stuart the Cat's name and a faked welding company name for the testing documents. 1 week later, the weld test passed.
Can I help you?
I'm here to pick up some weld papers.
Once inside,
Hey, Sean? Gentleman here to see you.
the source met with Accurate Division Manager Sean Geckler, the one who signed off on the Cat's weld test documents. Geckler filled out the welding certification but would not sign it, telling our source Accurate leaves that part to the contractor. After an hour, Geckler never asked to see an ID, even admitting how easy it would be to game the system.
I mean, people could cheat this stuff all the time, you know, because we're taking your word for it. So we would write down whatever you say it is. That's what we're going to put on our report.
Our source left with the test records in hand. 2 days later, we caught up with Geckler to ask why Accurate never tried to verify the identity of the welder being tested. How you doing, Mr. Geckler? Yeah, I sent you an email. I don't know if you saw it. You're not Sean Geckler. We want to talk to you about this certification for Stuart Noon. We also tried to speak with the man in charge of Accurate, Mike Ross, about the company's failure to follow AWS requirements. Ross did not return our calls. An Accurate executive later called saying the company only tested the weld and does not certify welders. But the AWS welding inspector we interviewed told us the test is the heart of a welding certification. The fact that this has been done multiple times in Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana, do you believe there's, without argument, a flaw in this process?
Oh, absolutely. We can send money in and get anyone certified.
Now, this loophole could soon be closed. The Ohio House is currently working on a bill that would provide penalties if the AWS code is not followed on projects funded with your tax dollars. The reason? To ensure people who work on projects like the one here at UC know what they're doing. Live from Nippert Stadium, Jody Barr, Fox 19 Now investigates.